Moonton, I'm sorry, but this is honestly disgraceful. Guys, I have a petition in the description of this video in the top pin comment. Please go sign it. I am asking that you developers, you Moonton, make these promo codes last longer and be worth more uses. This limited number of uses at tens of thousands is insane. You're lucky to have a lot of people playing your game. Limiting a code so that it can only exist for a handful of minutes is a joke. For anyone that does not know what I'm talking about, there was a brand new code announced literally less than an hour ago from when I'm filming this. I'll show you what it was. It was redeem code. You go War Wukong 2024. Maximum users that can redeem this have been reached. It reached its limit in less than an hour. This was going to be the most generous code ever. And I was preparing a video. I got the news. Shout out to Earl the Fool. Shout out to Viceroy, two of my moderators. I got the news when I was at the movies. I saw Heretic. It was phenomenal. Definitely go check it out. And I was getting excited. I was like, wow, I already put 2 videos out today. And I was brainstorming, this is worth a 3rd video. Let me get a 3rd video out complimenting these developers on such a generous code, because this one was going to give 500 diamonds worth of rewards. 5 rare summoning crystals, that's 88 each, so 440 diamonds total. And then a huge stamina pot, another 60. 440 plus 60 equals 500. And I was really going to make a video just bragging about how proud I was of them and how impressed I was. In the amount of time I was driving home from the cinema and brainstorming, in that short drive, it was a 13-minute drive, I started getting inundated with messages saying the code was expired. Viceroy was very kind to share that on my Discord, the Fast and Fastidious. Go check it out and include the code so everyone could get it. And when he shared it, this was 52 minutes ago, he shared it. By 20 minutes after him sharing that, I was getting messages that it had expired. This is so ridiculous. First off, it's unfair. Like, only a handful of people that first saw it got to use it, Moonton. So those people got 5 rare summons towards Lyra or Wukong or whatever they want, and they got a huge stamina pot, and everyone else gets endless frustration. It should have been a huge net PR win for you. You were going to get one of your bigger content creators coming on YouTube, making a dedicated video about how impressed he was that you made such a generous code right before Christmas. Instead of calling you Santa Claus now, I'm calling you an effing Grinch. Because why would you limit it? Like, if you don't know, for it to expire in less than an hour, it must have been 20,000 uses. It couldn't be more than that. That is so stingy and lame. If the thought process was, oh, let's make it exclusive, let's make it a limited code not available to everybody because it might lose us money, since, like, I guess those 500 diamonds are probably worth about $5 to $7 on average, depending on a player's spending habits. You're going to lose a lot more now because you're getting terrible press, because you're going to get people like me and others going, what are you doing? This was the biggest hype on Discord for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and now it's a huge other biggest hype, but in the exact opposite direction than you guys should want, especially with the backdrop of this whole thing being the holiday season, generosity, Christmas events, New Year's events, and great stuff you've been doing. But to pull something like this, and it's not the first time, making these codes, which usually are not generous at all. I mean, it's nice to have them as opposed to not have them, but usually they're quite stingy to begin with. Now you finally have a good one, and like many times in the past, you made it so not every player can benefit, is lunacy. This is what you should do. Everyone sign the petition in the description. Everyone go into the comments, make some noise, sign this petition. It's a very simple Google form. Just do it. And this is what you should do, Moonton, for the future. It's an easy fix. Easy fix. If you don't want codes to be available forever so that a new player comes and they can go down a laundry list of 40 codes like in other games, I kind of get that. Kind of. I don't totally get it, but I get it enough to say, hey, it's your game. Do what you want. But the idea that current active players will miss out on a code because they were not active for the appropriate 43 minutes is stupid as heck. So what you should do is make your codes have a number that is not going to be reached in terms of individual uses. So let's say 300,000 unique uses across 300,000 accounts. It's not going to reach that. It will get to like 150K or 200K. We don't have 300,000 players actively going. What you can do to limit it, though, is make the code expire 48 hours after it's announced or 72 hours after it's announced. That is a fair, equitable amount of time that will keep the player base happy. But the way it stands now, that you can have a code that was so good, you were going to get content creators hopping online at 11:35 p.m. before bed to brag about it, to make a code that good and make it so limited and so unavailable to the vast majority of player base. Instead, you've gotten that same creator hopping on YouTube and bitching and moaning and trying to get some groundswell on a grassroots movement to rally against you. And that's what we're doing here. Everyone sign this petition. Everyone get angry in the comments. You can just say L Moonton or something like that, or like another L. Say whatever you want. I don't know. Just get them angry. I'm going to submit this directly to them. They need to know this. I've told them a bunch of times behind the scenes. People are disappointed by codes all the time because they don't get to use them because they expire, because the whole system is stupid. And codes exist just to get goodwill from the players. And when they do it the way they're currently doing it, where players are missing out, it has the opposite effect. It makes people bitter. It makes sour grapes. It makes players feel scorned. It makes people disappointed. So let's make a bunch of noise. If you want to go on the Watcher of Realms official Discord and complain a ton about it, I wouldn't mind that at all. Maybe I'll even make an official suggestion there. Everyone can thumbs up. You know what? Now that I say it, of course I'm going to do that. So I will share that on my Discord, and I'll also share that as a link in the description and the top pinned comment to this video. Please go give this post a thumbs up as well. We've got it to 53 likes already in less than 10 minutes. Shoot this thing to the moon. Make Moonton listen. We need to let our voices be heard. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I think you guys have done a lot of good stuff. However, you've also done a lot of terrible, lousy stuff. Let's not beat around the bush. There's been a lot of W's. There's been a lot of L's. This was an opportunity for an amazing W that you chose to do, a very generous code, and you made it a crazy L because it expired in less than an hour. I don't know what more there is to say. Seriously. Like, also, why am I in event notice and the top pop-up is a top-up spender event? What is going on here? This should be it. Frostfall surprises or previews of the weekend summoning, things to get the players hyped. There's Wukong. This would have been so nice, saving all players 500 diamonds, giving players those 5 summons towards Wukong, effectively making him 195 guarantee if you use those 5 summons appropriately. It would just be such a nice boon to your game which would lose you no money, I promise. And instead, what you've gotten is me angry, and I'm sure a lot of other people angry. Stay angry, guys. Harness that. Use it to your advantage. Let's try to make a difference in this game. Reminder to sign the petition. Sorry to hammer this home, but I want to make people actually go do it. If I come at them with 1,000 signatures, and when I say signature, I mean it's you go on the petition, you go on the forum, and you write your name. So Doug, and say, comment, I'm pissed, whatever you want. It's that simple. I'm also going to make that official suggestion. Let's hammer that thing with thumbs ups. And seriously, Moonton, take me seriously. I do appreciate a lot of times you do take me seriously, and that's really nice. This is only going to continue to hurt you to keep doing these codes with such limited singular uses that they expire so quickly. Sucks. It sucks. It's not good. I flippin' hate it. Share this with your mother. Make sure she signs the petition. That's very hard to say. Make sure she signs the petition. You all should. Let's fix these frickin' promo codes. 2025, the year of the amazing, non-expiring, except after like 48 or 72 hours promo codes. Let's go.